Hello everyone, it's me, Team Mario C, and today we are back with day 8 of Cosmic Sky. It is going to be a very exciting one today because it is update day. It is Friday, the 12th of December, and we have a whole lot. Did I mention we have a whole lot? We have a whole lot in store for you today, my friends. A new update has just dropped in Cosmic Sky, and as I showed you a little bit in day 7, we got some brand new changes to Sky Wars featuring a cool new loot bag. We're going to do that when that opens and show it off. We probably will not win. I will probably get murdered instantly, but that's okay. If we do win, that's fine. Or that would be great, rather, but if we don't, that's absolutely fine. But the main event today is we're looking ahead, okay? We're doing prep. So in the background, let's talk about the progression of the server, of this world, and where we are. Just less than half an hour ago, as I'm saying this, the next island level cap has officially increased. We are no longer, as a server, restricted to island level 10. Everything up to and including island level 15 is now on the table. If we do /top and look at this, we already have a number of level 11s, and they are no doubt going to continue to progress at a rapid rate. But regardless of what has occurred on today, or what has occurred today, let's look ahead to the future. The reason that this episode is a double billing is because in 2 days' time, Abandoned Ruins Mythic loot officially releases. We have 4 days of Heroic, and then after that, we have 3 days of Mythic before the official release of the Lost Wasteland adventure. So there is a lot in store, and then a week from now, the same time that Lost Wasteland Legendary loot releases, we'll have another update and another loot box. Oh, did I fail to mention the loot box? Well, today, my friends, we are going to be opening that loot box, but there's a very specific reason why we're opening this loot box, and if we go into the store and look at the loot box bundle, you might notice within the bonus loot is the Christmas 2025 Advent Calendar. The main feature of today's update, in addition to the Sky Wars loot box, is the Advent Calendar. This is a item that can be obtained in-game. If we check out the adventure loot tables, you can see it has been added on to the end of the Godlay loot table, as well as the Heroic loot table. And I haven't actually verified this, but if we go into quest loot, it has been added on to the end of Godly and Heroic quest loot, but obviously not the tiers below. So it's in quest loot, it's in adventure loot, but you can also get it guaranteed from the loot box bundle, which we are going to be opening today. We have 64,000 cosmic coins exactly, so let's go ahead and purchase it. There we have it. Cosmic coins have been spent. It's time to open it. So we opened one of these about a week ago when we first started. The loot box animation is currently disabled. It should be enabled. And we can have a look at the loot. So the loot box itself is an interesting one. It simultaneously has almost universally good jackpot loot. The former loot box from last week, the Cosmic Crate Dominion, a Plague Mask, which is the adventure mask for the Lost Wasteland. That would be a huge pull. A Stone Armor Catalyst for the Mythic armor set, which is currently unobtainable. That will only be obtainable once the Mythic fund releases in 2 days' time. Stone Gem for Gears 4, which I've already talked about. Gears being the by far most valuable non-mythic enchant in the game, and the +1 gem, Gears 4, is astronomically more again than Gears 3 because it's incredibly rare and gives you a speed advantage that very few people have unless they also have Gears 3. Or, sorry, unless they also have Gears 4. And then you have the random Mythic gem, random Mythic +1 gem, and a random System Override gem, which are all good, but the random Sys and Mythic +1 are obviously better. But there is no expectation that we are going to get those jackpot loots, though. We are much more likely to get none of those and just to get 12 items from the random loot, which is a lot worse. I mean, it's not bad. The best thing in here is probably the +1 max stone gem, but there are a number of other things here that could, but also could not be useful as we go forward. But the other thing is that it's not just the loot box in here. We are also guaranteed to get the random slotbot ticket loot box, which is probably going to be 1 slotbot ticket, it could be up to 3. A mystery pet box, which could be huge, could also be absolutely terrible, as well as the Christmas Advent calendar, which we will get onto shortly. Then we have the random loot that could be either a socket expander pack, a random Arise gem, a random utility bot, a random mask box, which could be very, very good, a mythic airdrop flare, which is quite special. We haven't had any of those and cannot be summoned until mythic loot has been unlocked. And then Grid Iron Glory, which is a previous loot box bundle that is very OP. Realistically though, we're probably going to get something from these bottom 4. Maybe we get a random mask box, we're probably not getting these top 2. But all of that is going to come after we do our Sky Wars. There is a little weird glitch going on. I think that the Sky Wars actually fills for no apparent reason, so we're just going to go ahead, turn our beautiful shaders back on, and start opening this loot box bundle. So if we look here, we can see that the really, really rare stuff is just not going to show up in the roll. This is a good way to preview the relative rates. Like, we haven't seen Gridiron Glory once. We're not going to see random Arise gem. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. Arise is a custom enchant that you can normally only get from the Dead Hollow mini boss. However, this is something that we can go ahead and open. I'm going to quick roll this one. If we get anything above Arise 2, so Arise 3 or more, that would be pretty good. And we got Arise 1 because of course we did. Let's go ahead and open the mystery pet box. Slayer Sampet. I don't know if that's even good anymore. It used to help you kill mobs. Now it gives increased mob drops. If we go into /pets, we can see what a level 10 one looks like. 30% increased drops for 2 minutes and 20 seconds. So you need a rotation of them. We'll open the random slotbot ticket. Of course, as we expected, we only got 1. Again, I'm going to put off the advent calendar, but now is the big boys. We're going to turn, I think it's toggle 25, back on. And open these bad boys up. If we get any jackpot loot, it's a GG, but I'm not expecting that. So hopefully we get something good. Okay. This is okay, I think. A random tier 1 bot upgrade. There's no guarantee it'll be particularly useful, but it's not a bad one. Not a bad one at all. Let's go ahead and open the second one. Oh, what have we got here? We've got 2 CF win messages, a random cow spawner, and a random coal node. Okay. And last but not least, we should probably be selling these loot boxes, but never mind. Let's open our third loot box, Ruination. We got another random CF win message, a collection chest, another abandoned ruins airdrop flare, and another random tier 1 bot upgrade. Not the best, not the worst. We would have loved to have gotten a +1 max gem, but you can't get everything you want in this world. Risky flip now belongs to me, and now belongs to me. That's interesting. We have perfect little things. You were the 44th player to unlock this. 117th to unlock. Wait, they're only... That's interesting. AH now belongs to me. Is this... if I search for, like, CF... I'll put this up for, like, 200k. What the hell? Who knows? Maybe someone will want it now, though. Smelter bot upgrade is two smelter bot upgrades. How much are these worth? 300. No, that's okay. That's okay. That's decent. 300k. Respectable. 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 All of these loot boxes are screwing me over, but that's okay because we have this, the Christmas 2025 Advent Calendar. This bad boy is a brand new thing where if we do such Advent, we can see the Christmas 2025 Advent Calendar. So there are 14 days because this is not the start of Christmas. Clearly, we're already partway through December, but we have 14 days leading up to the big day, Christmas Day, on the 25th. So the idea is that the amount of gifts you claim throughout December will vary the tier of rewards in your Christmas Day gift. So by getting it on the first day that it has been released, I will be able to claim every single reward and hopefully get the biggest and best possible jackpot prize. That's the idea. Don't actually know what the loot is going to be at all, so let's claim it, and let's claim our first day's reward. 3 slot tickets. Okay, that's very respectable. I will take that. That's not bad. That's a good start. That's definitely a good start. Okay, cool. I think we're going to try and do these airdrop flares. That's going to go away. That's going to go away. So is that. So let's talk about, now that we've got the high caliber action out of the way, most of these 2 days focus is going to be on prep for the Mythic release. Ideally, we get a Mythic adventure key. There is no guarantee that that happens in the next 2 days, but I am going to grind my little butt off to do it. I am going to ignore the my realms probably more than normal, except, well, I don't know about ignore realms. The realms are good. The reason the realms are good is because I'm slowly getting towards having a fisherman mask, as well as saving up. It's actually kind of difficult to save up in fairy, surprisingly, but saving up for as many iron armor fairy catalysts as I can get, because my plan is to build a fairy iron set. We are actually going to build a custom set when iron rolls around, and we are going to do that by selling a bunch of iron armor catalyst for the Dwarf King. That's my plan anyway. In order to get the Mythic adventure key, though, we need to do a lot of grinding, because either we need to save up a buttload of money, which probably isn't going to happen unless we get like dozens of +1 max gems, or we pull the key ourselves. That is what we are hoping for, and in order to do that, I needed to make some small improvements, at least, to my set. Let's go over them. First of all, we have some more sockets, but the new enchant on the helmet is Dodge 5. This is going to boost my survivability by letting me completely negate a quite significant fraction of enemy attacks. Very underrated, to be honest. It's quite an easy enchant to get as well. Nothing new on the chest plate for the moment. I already discussed that I swapped out Enlighten 1 for an Overload 2. Oh, and by the way, I don't know if I mentioned this. Oh wait, no, I did dust that down. Sorry, spoilers. I also put Kronos 2 on these boots. However, yeah, it was a 70% YOLO. This had a 70% break chance, aka a 30% success rate. And I actually got them to apply, which is pretty huge. That is so unfortunate. Bro, imagine getting a meta spin, which has some of the best items in the game, and getting this, bro. Crazy. Absolutely insane. But I also have put Relentless 4 on the Abandoned Ruins sword, which is pretty good. Relentless is an enchant that has a chance to double your points when killing mobs of a certain tier if that mob is the same rarity as your boss bar. So, but that applies, unlike the innate buff, that applies on a proc chance, but it applies to all rarities of mobs, but it doesn't proc every time, obviously. So those are the additions. Obviously this set is nowhere near like a god grinding set. Don't be under any illusion. I don't think we have a single max enchant. I guess Dodge 5 I've applied and as max. Implants 3, I mean, is whatever. And Well-Fed 3 is excessive as hell. Yeah, this is still very much demi. It is a marginal improvement on the Abandoned Ruins 4 set. Mostly in terms of survivability and not actual output, with the exception of Relentless. So, it's time to get back in the adventure, but it's time for me to also stop being lazy and set up a filter. So I'm going to go through that now and set up my Abandoned Ruins filter. Okay, I think I've set that up for now. Most of the stuff in specialty I've got turned on, but I've turned off empty map, because if I go into here, the empty maps are the repair scrolls, and I'm hoping, if I'm right, the empty map isn't an item that is used for anything else. Okay, well, if I see an empty map in a heroic chest, I'm gonna probably pay attention to it, so that's fine. That being the only exception to that filter is hardly a problem, in my opinion. So, we can now do filter toggle 1, and then I can just do filter toggle because, yeah, filter toggle 1, that filter is turned on, and we can go ahead and safely and efficiently do our adventure grinding. Okay, now with the item filter sorted and our gear ready to go, the last thing we need to do before entering the adventure, and because it's a new week, is open our Celestial Kit. For those of you that don't know, this has 2,500 cosmic coins, as well as a random selection of a number of other items. Let's see what we get. Oh, a slot ticket, and another mystery pet box, and a player skill token. Wait, that's actually huge. This was really, really good. And a blood sheep pet, which is not the best, but never mind. Skill token is fantastic. In fact, what the hell do I use that on? That's a good question. This perk is really good, but so is this perk. A lot of them takes a while to find. Oh no, this. I need this and this. These two for at least by the time Iron comes out. Yeah, let's start going for island skills. It's a good place to start. We now have a whopping 6 slots. What? 400k, that's 2.4 mil. Hell yeah. Finally. We are actually only like, what are we? 1,000 kills in. Heroic Marauder boss part. 500 points need to be earned, and we will get the first, hopefully, of many chests. This pack right here, no, someone else is here. No, that was gonna be it. Frick, bro, I didn't see that guy. I thought I had time, and here it is, our first heroic adventure chest of the map. Okay, that's a lot of freaking dust. I'm not even mad. That's decent. If it's not minor gems, it's decent. That's solid. Mythic socket and 150% dust. Well, that was quick. 500 kills later, I'm already on another heroic boss bar. That's awesome. We love to see it. Okie dokie, I think we are about to get our second ever heroic adventure chest this map. See what we get. A slot bot ticket and 5 major gems. Not as good as the first one, but still very respectable. The mage gems kind of sucks, but I'll take a slot any day of the week. Okay, it's 800 kills. It's not even that much later. I have another heroic boss bar. I haven't even really... I just finished a godly boss bar, and I almost immediately got heroic, so that's nice. Okie dokie, we've come to the end of our third heroic marauder chest. Oh wait, this... Oh, wait, there's a teaser down. Ooh, this is okay. We got our first Lost Wasteland map fragment. And what do we have here? That's a spoiler. Not allowed to see that. No. What is this? No spoilers. Spoilers. Look away. And there we have it. I have just finally finished up this godly clue scroll. So we should get some godly chests. 1, 2, 3 of them. Wow, that is pretty cool. Where are the... Oh, these are unique chests with only 1 item in them? Well, that's annoying. That's a bit of a piss take. But having finished this clue scroll, I can finally take a break, reset my trinkets, and come back. I did good sesh that bit. Almost level 12. My daily thingy has of course run out, but no, we did a good bit of grinding there. Okay, 600 kills into my next run. We have our 4th, I hope I got that right, pretty sure it was our 4th heroic marauder chest so far. Who knows, maybe this will be the one I get the mythic in. It could happen. It could happen. You never know. Actually, wait, what's in the... Ooh, heroic mobs. Heroic mobs, let's go. Alright, I'll be back once I've got this done. Okie dokie, ladies and gentlemen. We are about to finish our 4th heroic... Wait. Oh my god, I got another one. Well, that's a good thing, because that chest was terrible, but I got back-to-back heroics! Woo! Let's go! That's crazy! What the hell? I was not expecting that at all, I can't lie, guys. That's nuts. Okay, guys, chest number 5. Recycler bot upgrade. I think that's a rip, but the 3 skill token shards are quite nice. So it is what? It's a while later. Saturday for me was a bit of a busier day than I imagined in terms of IRL things. So didn't get a chance to do that much grinding. Been keeping up with realms, keeping up with fish out, the things that will get me passively to progress. In terms of actual adventure grinding, it's been very, very uneventful. The biggest reason for that is because despite my fantastic luck yesterday, I haven't gotten a single heroic marauder boss bar in the hour or so of my booster being active, which isn't ideal. It was basically like I didn't even have the heroic key because I only saw like 5 heroic mobs in that time as well. So things are looking pretty rough at the moment, but my adventure, also the adventure upgrade was so disproportionate. I'm still on only double points 2 when I have item drops 8. and incoming PvP 6. It's all gone a bit pear-shaped, to be honest. But that doesn't mean we didn't get any loot. We have a lot of the normal stuff, a lot of dust, a lot of gems. There's always potential, especially if we get something like Gears 3. But I think it's about time I finish up my grind here and leave the adventure for today. After the lackluster performance of last night's adventure grinding, I have decided we might need to pivot. If we take a look at /level cap, we are now well into day 9, and day 10 Abandoned Ruins Mythic unlock is very, very close in our future. However, we have more long-term things to look ahead to, because the sprint allocation, as well as the next island level increase and the release of the second adventure, is only 3 days after this. And we are not ready. I have been running this basically identical automation setup for Island XP since like day 3 when I set it up, and I was probably supposed to upgrade it 2 or 3 days ago, and now it's just very outdated. I did some modifications last night where I turned off the chickens and enabled, I think, 3 baby auto slayers on the cows, and the reason I can't enable any more is because I genuinely don't have enough fuel production. So what I'm doing right now is I have a little baby auto miner bot that is hilariously enough getting me the skill requirement of cobblestone nodes harvested so that I can place down coal resource nodes. Now, why do we need to place down coal resource nodes? Because the next major upgrade to our fuel production is not even in getting more miner bots or getting more nodes. It's about going up to the next tier of fuel production, which is coal fuel. Coal fuel requires 4 coal and 2 fuel to craft, and you get a massive amount more fuel. It is what I said back when I set this up, that we would need coal fuel if we were ever going to foray into actual full Autobots instead of baby Autobots. So that is what we're going to do. We're going to get a 10 harvester setup. We're going to get a, well, I don't know about a maxed out coal fuel setup. It definitely won't be maxed out, but we're going to try and massively upgrade our fuel system. The plan is, well, hopefully soon I'm going to be island level 11. And once I'm island level 11, I will be able to farm pitcher pods. However, pitcher pods, they need an auto harvester, because I think the number of breaks it takes to harvest crops above potato, or possibly starting at potato, starts to deviate between harvesters and baby auto harvesters. So yeah, we need to upgrade ASAP the second that we have pitcher pods down. The good news is that I can do an entire row of this, so I don't have to buy 10 auto harvesters immediately. I can just do a 1x3 going all the way along, and that will be like a few stacks of pitcher pods, so I'm not too worried about it. And then carrots is in the far future. By the time that rolls around, well, hopefully the bots will be cheaper, or I'll have made more money. But that's the way we're going to end off this episode, I think, instead of the adventure grinding, which has been fun and somewhat successful, for sure, but also I need to upgrade this automation setup. But before we do that, because it's another day, we get to claim day 3 of our advent calendar. Let's see what we get. 5 major gems. I'm missing the day 1 loot, if I'm being honest, and they were all bad. It's also probably a good time to put in the gem opening I did yesterday. The short answer is, did I get anything good? No, not really. Most of it was very mid. I definitely got some max enchants, but basically every max enchant I got was not the best. So not much to write home about there. But that is it for now. It's time to upgrade our automation. The upgrade to the fuel setup took a long time. It required the construction of new water pipes, new mining zones, and a crafting bot to actually make the fuel. As we move on to more and more complicated fuel setups, the recursive nature of making better and better fuel using the previous fuel types will become apparent, but for now, let us enjoy the power of coal fuel. And we are back, finally finishing off this big episode of Cosmic Sky. We've been doing some adventure grinding, we've been doing some automation, and at long last we are only a couple hours away from Mythic loot officially unlocking. I've got to do a lot of editing for this video if I'm going to get it up today, but we'll see what happens, how quickly I can manage it. This is the setup I have constructed. I have torn down the old base, I have placed a new top layer, placed a lot more crops, placed our auto harvesters, I have placed down baby auto fishers, which might make us a tiny amount, but hopefully not insignificant amount of additional money and island EXP. But here is the setup. We have all of our auto miners sat within this chunk. The power of collection chests means that we can collect fuel and we can collect coal within these collection chests, which will get directed within this crafter, which is set to craft coal fuel. So it's about time that we spin the system up. Now, what I mean by that is obviously it needs some fuel to get going. The good news is that we have some of that in there. But that is it from me for today's episode. We have done lots advent calendar, new update, new Skywars loot bags, automation finally online and cooking. I'm very, very pleased with the progress we have made. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.